Let's do it. Let's see what we got. This video highlight is brought to you by our wall of famers who make it possible for me to carve time out of my very busy real life schedule and do what it is that I love to do. Be with you. Thank you. Okay, we got Avenger 1 here. Oh, this is something I'm really curious about because I've not gotten involved in a lot of Capital War. And I kind of wanted to see, somebody threw this my way, told me to start it at 2909, and it's Avenger 1 giving his analysis on where we're at currently with capital ship warfare. And, you know, again, people are so polarized by different Star Citizen content creators. Some people hate Avenger 1. Some people like Avenger 1. I will just say this. It's the same. It happens to me too. A lot of people hate me. Some people like me. They're here right now. Let's hear it for the people that are here that love me right now. Oh my God. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a solid and push the like button. If you like more of this type of content, you like just it's different, maybe a little refreshing that somebody's actually a human being and just chilling with you, push the like button. Do us a solid here on this community. Let's check out what Avenger 1 has to say on cap ship warfare at this point. I will say this. He is a committed dude to his organization. He has taught a lot of people how to PvP in the game. Not good. No, just teasing. I'm just teasing. I had to. It was too easy. No, he's actually a very good PvPer. And he's trained a lot of people to be PvPers in this game. And I respect that shit. Now, all the drama that comes with it, when I see the drama, I close the door, I turn to the left, and I'm like, peace out. I'm out, but when it comes to actually what he's doing in the game and making people more savvy, technically speaking, for flight and flight combat, I dig that. I want a verse where people know what the fuck that they're doing when they're flying around, unless you're an industrial player and you're keyboard in it. Which, currently I'm in dad mode. That's what I'm doing. I need the sticks back, man.
Focus on the rear shields, boys. Rear shields.
They're off.
CM's dropping.
There we go. We got them, boys. Holy boys. What's the hammer? What's the status of the Chaos Horizon?
Chaos Horizon is now under pressure by us. It's still ineffective and dead in the wall.
I'm gonna put some more distortion on it, guys. Fighter screen, just start killing that Polaris.
Okay.
As the fighting began to die down, the occasional fighter would come crawling in, and we would surround it and quickly eliminate it. As for capital ships, the odd Polaris would show up, but nothing organized and nothing in a large group or fleet.
I was hearing, I'll play this, apologies, but I've been hearing from a lot of you that for the most part, you can be in quite a few heavy fighters and pound the shit out of a capital ship, and it take like 20, 25 minutes, and it can get tedious to some people. That's like some of the people are saying that, like that they're too OP, the amount of hit points. I mean, frankly, I kind of think they should be. I kind of think that larger cap ships should be kind of OP for the amount of space that they take up and their role in a battle. I don't know if 20 to 25 minutes is a bad thing. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think 20, 25 minutes, from what I've been hearing, is a bad thing when you're fighting up against a capital ship? To me, I don't think that's a bad idea. You got to also think when other capital ships get involved too, a lot of those HPs get shredded off, because if you're talking a light fighter to heavy fighters, it taking 20, 25 minutes. Yeah. I mean, that kind of sounds on board for me, Fingers says 25 minutes is a nice pounding. Hold on a second. Fingers, God bless you, dude. What? Fingers. You're bringing your inner pervert in tonight, dude. They don't call them fingers for nothing. Ha-cha-cha.
It seems like the control over the Daymar OLP was now solidly in AVS's control.
Hold up, pause. What? Hold up, pause. Hold up. What are we holding
The
up?
only thing to show up in the next about hour and a half was a single Idris and one Polaris, which was quickly dealt with by the fighter screen and the rest of the distortion-capable ships that were...
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm hearing that Dragon Props is saying, that some people actually would prefer to like break into it and just set it on self-destruct. That's the other thing I'm hearing as well, Props.
In control of the airspace. The current state of Star Citizen's capital warfare is definitely a work in progress. but there are glimpses of some things that they have done very well.
Okay, good.
The railguns feel really cool.
Good.
And seeing the large ships surround each other in trade blows definitely feels really cool.
I've seen that.
There's definitely a severe lack of heavy weapons that can be brought by smaller ships.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't have to come down to the ingenuity of using ground bombs being landed manually by fighters into the hulls of enemy ships to be a viable choice.
Yep.
Using ground bombs in space like this is hard to believe.
Yep.
So I think I'll just show you.
What are you doing? Dude, that was a professional move, man. This is why I love him, dude. Dude, he literally shat one right into the hangar bay, dude. That was the most baller thing I've ever seen in my life, dude. That was hilarious. Dude, I want that to be in the game. I don't know. Avenger 1 had me. Very professional analysis. He's like, dude, ground bombs should not be used in warfare. And I absolutely agree with him. In space, why are you using that? Why are you using that? But then when I saw that, he's kind of making it like, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, maybe I want that in.
Despite that being super, super cool, being able to land on...
It's not realistic. And he's right. He's going to say it's just not realistic.
Board a ship mid-fight, drop bombs, and then run away.
Right.
Definitely felt like something out of the Death Star 2 experience from Star Wars. But we do lack some serious heavy weapons because dumbfiring is now no longer an option. Even though an entire squadron of 5 retaliators full with size 9 torpedoes came screaming into the battle, not a single torpedo found its mark. This means CIG has some serious work to do when it comes to making torpedoes a fun, effective, and skill-based system. Also, we found that a lot of these fights ended up lasting a long time. Even though with so many capitals on field, it really did feel like the 6.5 hours that this fight took just dragged on a couple hours longer than maybe it should have.
6.5 hours? What in the F is going on? Of course, man, you're fatigued at that point. You're flying in the Pacific in a World War II operation at 6 hours. What the hell?
The time to kill for some of these larger vessels at the present time is quite long. In fact, the most effective way of dealing with Idrises is to literally fly.
I mean, the hardcore person to me wants it to be like 12 hours. There's a devil inside of me that's like, nah, 6 hours isn't long enough. 12 hours, make this shit as real as possible.
Inside them. Take them over from the inside and self-destruct them. Even with hostile Idrises or friendly Idrises engaging, we found that disabling and then just beating into the hull for a good 20 minutes was enough to get the kill if we didn't have boarding forces at the time. Distortion is what we went with in this particular battle, and it worked out extremely well.
He's going at it
Distortion
with the
typically
squadron.
Takes a ship and disables it for
about
more than
ships,
15 minutes sometimes. And if you come by it every once in a while and hit it with some more distortion, it dramatically increases the time before the ship is able to get on its feet again. So what this means is that the most effective way at the present time to deal with capital warfare isn't to actually shoot and destroy them, it's to disable them. Killing them is actually a cost in terms of energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. You want to pillage the ship, man, especially a cap ship. Are you kidding me? Listen, if anybody in my organization, unless we have some serious war going on and we're balls to the wall and our complete existence depends upon blowing them to smithereens, right? Then otherwise, we need to be pillaging these ships, these cap ships. Anybody in my organization that's going to blow one up, oof, you're going to be... I might have to fire those people, you know? I mean, like, don't be blowing up. This is a fortune. Don't be blowing this shit up willy-nilly unless our lives depend upon it as an organization. You see, that's where I got to get serious. You know, some people are like, oh, geez, where'd the fun DG go? No, like, when I'm in org mode, like, you know, I am in, like, some crazy RP. Like, I'm, like, the most amazing dictator you've ever had. That, like, when I'm in the game and I'm an org, listen, we're going to have lots of ice cream. Okay, like everybody's gonna get ice cream. Okay, but like if you fucking blow one of these up, you're not getting ice cream. All right. You're getting no ice cream and no cherry on top. If you're blowing this up in my org, there better be a good goddamn reason, right? And that's why I'm the boss. Like, but on stream tonight, just chilling with you guys. I'm a fun, happy-go-lucky guy, but you get me in the game, oh shit, you better watch out. You better have a good.
The most effective way is to disable them, land on them, self-destruct them, basically do everything else except for shoot at them. So, in this case, this is why we desperately need heavy weapons, torpedoes, and larger things like that, especially a rebalance on weapons to make fighter screens and other larger combat vessels effective against capital ships to have a reasonable amount of time to kill. So the next time you see some folks out there asking for some combat, get out there, get your friends together, jump in a ship. And
dude, he's absolutely right. This is so great. I haven't gotten involved in a lot of these ops. You know, I've been on the NPC side of things where I've seen cap ships go up against another, but I've never been directly involved in one of these ops, and it would be an absolute fun, good goddamn time to do something like that. And it's great that he's doing this type of work. The one thing I have to say is, like, he's bringing constructive criticism to gameplay. It needs to be highlighted. And there's plenty of Star Citizen content creators that actually focus on this. Like Cutlet. I just saw a video from Cutlet who was talking about something that's been in game for 2 years where you repair ships and the ships are like invulnerable. I didn't even know anything about this. Apparently it's an exploit where you can fix your ship and the ship is essentially you can't do anything to it. So Cutlet's been talking about this for 2 years, man. So people like Cutlet, people like AV1, they're in the game, they're testing these things, they're putting that information out there. Wonderful. It's the same thing I'm going to do for the industrial and economic game space when I start really getting back into this. I've been playing it much more regularly. I've been playing about 7 hours a week now since July. And I'm having a really good time playing it. It's so nice to get back in and to test these mechanics and see exactly what people have been bitching about that sometimes I wouldn't have addressed because I would not have known about it. So it's very cool. I hope that Cloud Imperium listens to people like Cutlet and AV1. Missiles have needed an update for a very long time. I've been in this project for 10 years and they've never really worked the way they should. Missiles, torps, those types of things. We're just it's telemetry. It has to do a lot with the server tech. Again, it really does. So you'd be surprised. That's why I always say stability and server tech are #1 key issues with this. This is the hurdle. This is the make or break of the game.